Hello, Empath family. How are you guys? I just wanted to jump on here and say hello to everybody. I know we've kind of been MIA for some time. We've been kind of prepping to see where the Empath toolbox is going and getting a whole bunch of projects together, getting a little better organized to present these things to you guys. So I just wanted to jump on again to say hello. I'm so excited about Christmas. How have you guys been doing? How has the weather been treating you? And the shopping, the prepping, all that good stuff. So I'm here to answer any questions that you may have, or just to kind of chat and see how everybody's doing, see if you have any questions about any of the items here, and just about how life is treating you in general. So feel free to jump on, ask questions, and yeah, we're gonna just chat a little bit. So I was finishing up some laundry this morning and figured I need to jump on and say hello to you guys. I've been playing with some jewelry making. Of course, I wanted to sit here and share with you guys. Look at these earrings. I just made these out of chrysocolla beads. Cute, right? And little butterflies. Super excited to share. So I have a few earrings here. A couple of people have asked me to model the earrings. So I've been wearing the jewelry, of course, that we carry, and I have a couple here that, of course, I purchased from our inventory to kind of share with you guys as far as the length and things like that. So these are the Selenite earrings that are on sale. And I'm gonna have to jump over there to check to see how much these things are. So I'll give you guys some prices. 1 second. Might be jumping around a little bit today, but that's okay. All right, so these are the Selenite earrings. They are on sale for $15. And this is what they look like on. There are some that are a little bit longer, so maybe about another ½ inch, it looks like, longer, depending on how long you like your earrings. But here they are, the Selenite earrings. And what I'll do, I'll have some cheat sheet cards here, because a lot of us are a little confused still about what each crystal represents, how exactly it helps us to raise the vibration. So I'm going to cover a little bit of that today. If you have any questions, please ask them in the comments. I will do my best to read them. Okay, perfect. And of course, as we know, there's a little bit of a delay. So I will be showing you a couple of the earrings, get some pricing together. Also, I want to put it out there. I might say this a couple of times to make sure that everybody knows what we're doing or what we can do. So sometimes with crystals, a lot of us are fairly new. So I myself I'm still challenged to try to figure out what exactly all these crystals represent, how they help raise the vibration, and where to carry them. We just had a full moon last night. So some people take their crystals out every full moon to help them charge, clear them, and cleanse them from the work they've been doing to and for us throughout this time period. So I wanted to share a little bit about that. Also, I want to highly encourage you guys to set intentions. So we're coming into the new year. Despite whether you had a good year, a troubling year, a challenging year, whatever it might be, we can actually change the trajectory of what it is that we do with our lives. So many of us believe that things kind of just happen to us, just out of nowhere. But literally that there's a couple of things in our lives, most things that happen in our lives are actually happening for us. So if we can take that into perspective and start challenging ourselves to set intentions and to create the things that we would like to manifest in this life, things would be a lot easier for us. So I'll touch a little bit on that as well to share that with you guys. Say hello. If you're here joining me, say hello. I'd love to hear from you guys. We just talked about the Selenite earrings. I'm going to have them here. And then the other ones, so I'll take these off. Just check the dryer. I know a lot of you do laundry today as well, so you know exactly what I'm going through. Here are the next ones. These are little clear quartz. Hi Monica, thanks for jumping on. These are a little bit of these clear quartz points. They're so adorable. So these are mine. I'm gonna put them on for you so you can see how long. Cute, right? These are 25. So a lot of you earring jewelry lovers, these I wear by themselves because they're really dangly. So we do have actually a quartz pendant for those of you that want to wear it with a necklace. So I'll be jumping off and on camera to grab things for you guys. We have size 18 and 20 necklaces, depending on the preference and how long you like to wear them. So here's the point right here. Super cute, you guys. Matches with everything. That's what I like about this one. So this one's 15 and the earrings are 25. If you purchase them together, guess what? We knock off $5. All right. So here's what I wanted to share with you guys. A lot of us, again, because we're learning about the crystals, we don't really know what to purchase or what would benefit us the most. So what we ended up doing is providing a service free of charge that will test you intuitively or the person that you're wanting to gift and find out what the best crystal is for them. Whether it be a bracelet, a necklace, a pendant, or a tumbled stone, we can literally tap in to the field and intuitively give a suggestion as to what crystal would be best for the person you want to gift or for yourself. So I wanted to put that out there, especially when a lot of us are just learning about it. It's a great thing to be able to say, like, what can possibly help benefit this person? So my daughter earlier today wanted to purchase something for a couple of her coworkers, just, you know, as a form of gratitude because she just started a new position and they've been helping her. She's been super excited. She goes, I want to give back, but I want to do it in crystals. So we tested intuitively for 2 coworkers, and one of them was a tiger's eye bead bracelet, and I'll show those to you in a minute. And another one was an aventurine, so it was a green one. So both people she wanted to gift at this particular time tested intuitively for those bracelets. So it was nice because she was more personalized. She got a little card. We have these little cards that help people understand what each crystal's benefit is. So Sylvia's done a really good job. Every time she posts like a new crystal, she adds a description for it. So it's not just like, oh, I'm buying a crystal, what do I do with it? You know exactly what it's for. And again, if we can test intuitively what benefits that person the most, it just makes it more personable. So just to put that out there. Okay, so those are the 2 earrings. Let me get the next one. This is amethyst. It's raw amethyst on silver. Oh, both of these are silver plated. So in silver plated, sometimes they do get tarnished. So we have these little wipes that you can wipe them and then it goes back to its original color. It was freaking me out when we first purchased them because maybe like a month after or 2, they started getting a little yellowish. I'm like, oh my gosh. I was, oh, it's silver plated. It does getting tarnished. So here's the amethyst one. Super cute. That's how long it goes. Let me get it for you guys. And I grabbed the rest of them so I wouldn't be so winded. You see what's happening. Okay, so here is the amethyst, raw amethyst drop earrings. And these are 20. Super cute little earrings. Okay, then we also have a citrine one. Same thing. It's kind of cute because some are like laying down horizontally and some are vertical. Cute, right? Okay. Ooh, Monica, let me show you which wipes we got because we got them on Amazon. Hold on one second. Okay, so these are the wipes. If you Google online, it tells you you can use dish soap and a little bit of water, but some of the crystals shouldn't be wet. So we just got this one. Simple Shine. You could buy a 2-pack. And these we keep on hand for the jewelry. So we have a lot of jewelry back here. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen a lot of our inventory. Go around the room a little bit. All right, we have all our crystals up there. Down here, our journals and mugs. A lot of our signs. There's a little spin of the room. And then we have our oils. This way on. I just gotta do this closet. So we have our oils. Lots of fun resources to help in the healing process, whether it be physical, emotional, spiritual. It doesn't matter. There's a tool for everything. So that a lot of the items we have combined with the different healing modalities that we use have really helped transform a lot of people's lives. So we love to encourage and empower people to take their healing into their own hands and provide many of resources for you guys to feel like, you know, you have support and as well as just direction in general. Thank you, Monica. I like to keep it nice and happy. So this is a room I pretty much stay in forever because it's really high vibe with all these crystals. I have to focus. I have client meetings online here as well. It just kind of helps boost the actual meeting. So thank you. Alrighty, so what did I take off? Okay, so then here are these cute little dream catchers with the pointy quartz as well. Cute, right? Dream catchers, quartz. There you go. And these are $20. I know a lot of you guys know people who love, love, love earrings. I'm trying to share this video and I have no idea how to do that. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've been on here. I'm gonna start pushing buttons to see if I could, nope, not gonna happen. So if you are my friend, if you can share it to my feed, that's what I thought I was gonna do anyway. But here we go. It's better. I wanted to get on here a while back, but I was like planning, what should I talk about? What should I say? I'm like, you know what? Just get on there and say hello, and everything else will just kind of come. So I just want to hang out with you guys today. All right, so here's the next one. We also have a dream catcher, and it is Amethyst. So that one was clear quartz. We have another one that's Amethyst. It's a purple one right here. Oh yes, to my personal feed, please. I think I should be on the Empath, right? I didn't make an announcement. I didn't say I was gonna go live. Just jumped on here nice and random. Alrighty. Okay, so that is the different earrings that we have, different sets of earrings that I wanted to chat with you guys about. So we can post or talk about the benefits of each crystal, whichever you guys prefer, let me know. But the earrings have been a huge hit for many people because they make a statement all by themselves. And it just feels really empowering to know that you're wearing something to help, you know, it looks pretty and it helps raise your vibration. So pretty good stuff. All right. Earring back on. I think that was the last pair of earrings. Yes, it was. Okay. So if you guys have any questions again about what these do, how they can help raise the vibration, how or who you can gift these things for, let us know. There are huge sales. We have a lot of sales this week. Like $2, $5, $10. Some stuff is 10% off, 20% off. So if you have any questions, let me know and I'll do my best to answer those questions for you. Let's talk a little bit about Amethyst. I'm going to read the description. I know that again, it's posted, but some people want to see what it is. So Amethyst is a purple stone for those of you that are learning about Amethyst. It's a protective crystal and is first choice of many metaphysicians and crystal lovers. It was used in ancient times to recover from both physical addictions as well as addictive relationships, and it became known as a stone of sobriety. A natural stress reliever, Amethyst encourages and supports inner strength. The strong healing energy of Amethyst can transmute lower vibrations to higher frequencies, transforming negative energy to love energy. Amethyst connects the physical plane with higher realms, making it a good choice when working with the third eye chakra. And the third eye, let me know if you guys have any questions about that. Amethyst also provides a wonderful, peaceful energy for meditation and helps with developing intuition and psychic abilities. Amethyst opens and activates the crown chakra, allowing easier access to the divine. Amethyst enhances spiritual awareness and spiritual wisdom, promoting a higher state of consciousness. Amethyst clears and repairs holes in the aura and draws in divine energy, as well as aligning and fostering cooperation between the energy of bodies. So the best way that I can describe, let's say, Amethyst, a lot of people, we feel like we're getting blocked. And it helps too. Like the other day I was feeling a little overwhelmed, and my friend Sylvia, she says, like, put these crystals in your pocket. And I didn't think anything of it, but I stick some crystals in my pocket, little tumble stones. And within a few minutes, I started feeling better. So I'm like, oh, was it the crystals? Was it me? Did it kind of change my perspective? But whatever it was, I had the crystals, I put them in there. And a lot of times as we're feeling blocked, like Amethyst is a go-to for a lot of people because it opens up what they call the heart, the crown chakra, right? This is our spiritual communication. It has a lot to do with our belief systems. It has a lot to do with relationships and how we perceive them as well. It really does help empower you, to give you strength to kind of step into your true self, right? A lot of us walk around not knowing who we are as individuals. We have a certain role to play as a mom, as a sister, as a wife, and every other title, right? Every other hat that we wear. But none of us really know who we are as individuals. So I find that people struggle a whole lot with understanding their own personalities, their own purpose in life, as well as their passion. So many times we get kind of stuck and worry about everybody else and not really pay attention to our own needs. So I want to encourage you guys to sit down and kind of write out who you think you are, right? Like an individual exercise to be like, who am I? Who am I as Velia? When I can sit there and start writing down who I am, there's a couple of things that I would like and things I don't like. So things that I like, I'll work on improving. And the things that I don't like, I have to work on figuring out how to not do those things anymore, or how to change the way I do things. Does that make sense? So just kind of a heads up. So there's a couple of exercises that I like to do with you guys to help you get ready for this new year. So spending time in meditation and prayer, spending time with yourself, helping yourself understand how you function, because a lot of us are stuck in patterns and we pretty much do the same thing over and over again. And we don't think about doing things like, let's say we have negative patterns. We don't stop and start and say, oh, how can I be negative today? Or what negative pattern am I going to repeat? We're kind of on autopilot. And what I like to teach people is how to rewire your brain. So you're not actually doing the same thing over and over again, which is very important, especially if we're not happy with the results we're getting, right? In these patterns. So a lot of times what I like to encourage you guys to do, again, is sit down and kind of write out, who are you? I ask clients all the time, like when they come in to see me, what they want to change about their lives or what they want. What are they expecting from coming to coaching, you know? And the first thing they say is, I want to be happy. And I said, that's awesome. What does that look like? And 9 times out of 10, they can't tell me what their happiness would look like. So I joke, but not really. It's kind of a reality at this point. But I say, okay, pretend I'm a fairy godmother. And you have to paint me a picture of the life you want to create. And I could just help you make it happen. I'll teach you how to manifest. We'll heal up anything that's in your way. But if you don't have an idea what that happiness looks like, it's impossible to create it. So we start with that. What makes you happy? If happiness is what you're wanting to accomplish, what makes you happy, right? And people get stuck on, what is my purpose? And the question I always ask is, what are you passionate about? What do you enjoy doing? Wouldn't it be awesome if we all had jobs, careers that brought us passion? I don't know, somewhere along the line, people didn't think that was possible. Like, how am I going to just work in what I'm passionate about? Work should be work. And it's funny because you think about all the things we're passionate about, and if we put them together, you can actually create a career or job out of it where you love going to work, you love, working in your passion, and you benefit financially as well. And we're always helping other people. So I like to challenge people. And because there's been such a negative belief system around doing what you love and making money doing it, people get stuck and they just kind of stay in the same place and repeat the cycle over and over again. So again, that's brain rewiring, and it's a very simple technique to do. For those of you that are interested, let me know. We'll talk more about how we can make that happen. In the meantime, when we start talking more about the things that we desire or we want to manifest in our lives. So manifestation is basically creating something that you want, dream, and desire. There are very simple steps to do that. You don't have to go and buy what you want all the time. You can actually create for the energy to flow and give it to you. If you are focusing on, one, being grateful, right? Putting feet to the dream. So we can manifest the dream and say, I would like this, but what can I do to get to that place? If I want a new job, okay, what do I need to do? Well, first you have to look for the job, then you have to apply. So manifestation is actually really easy to do when we stop overthinking it. The way I describe it is, okay, in my head, my dream, my happiness, what I want is a chocolate cake. Okay, well, that's great. I know what it is now. How do I get that chocolate cake? Well, I have to go to the store. I have to mix the ingredients, right? Then after I'm done with all that, I stick it in the oven. So our manifestation with feet, I call it, is to say, I have to go to the store. First, I have to have an idea what I want, chocolate cake. I have to go to the store, purchase the ingredients, and I have to mix them together, right? We're going to call God the oven. We're going to call the universe the oven. When I'm done mixing all these ingredients, I get the batter, right? Stick it in the pan and put it in the oven. Now, the oven's going to tell me when it's time to receive and to take my cake out. But if I'm not trusting, if I'm scared, if I'm nervous, it's like us opening up the oven every little while. Like, is the cake ready? Is the cake ready? Is the cake ready? Well, what's going to happen to the cake, right? Takes forever to bake. Doesn't really bake all the way. It gets flat and gooey. And at the end of the day, it does not look the way you thought it did in your mind when you went out to set up to get the ingredients. Does that make sense to you guys? So they're very simple techniques that we can literally start practicing like today without a lot of practice. All we need is the intention and the vision for what you want. And then we talk about the attitude that one has to receive those things. So if we're in a state, for example, we talked about a job. A lot of people are very miserable at work. They don't love what they do. They wake up upset, angry, whatever, and they go to work. And they just create more of that every day, right? Oh, I gotta go to work now. It's frustrating, whatever. I'm gonna just go. You go, it's the same attitude, the same emotion, right? So we manifest the same thing over and over again. So we have to break that cycle. First, we're grateful for the job that we have. Regardless of whatever the job is, it's providing for you, for your family, roof over your head, right? You're eating with this money and you can go out to the movies or whatever. But if you are being called to make a change, then we don't wait for things to happen. If you already know what your passion is, and most of us does, literally is what you love to do, you're going to start looking for a job in that area. Being grateful for your job once again as you're looking for a new job. You will somehow find something that you like even better. Yes, it's scary. Yes, there's no guarantees, but you found it for some reason, right? So you go, you submit the application, right? You know you want the job. Here's your cake. You're going to go to the store and get the ingredients. You're going to, apply for this job. You're going to submit your resume. You're going to update your resume, all that good stuff, whatever. You're going to submit it, and then you're going to wait. Here's the oven part, right? Call you back for an interview, but you're not going to be opening the oven. So they're going to call me. They're going to call me. Should I get this job? Am I going to get it? Is it meant for me? As long as you do your part, submit everything, set the intention, and already envision yourself receiving this job, before you know it, the oven bings. And guess what? Your cake is ready. Whatever that may be. It sounds very simple, but let me tell you, it's just that simple. A lot of times we tend to complicate things because we feel undeserving, or it's too easy, or how can that happen for me? I don't deserve it. There's a lot of crazy talk, and there's a lot of crazy belief systems that we need to plow through, especially if they're no longer serving you. So I tell people, thank you for serving me as long as you have situations, chapters in my lives, whatever. It's time to turn the page. There's something else to do. So my heart for every one of you is to literally be happy. And happy doing what? Well, first of all, a lot of us spend more time at work than we do at home. What are you doing? How are you manifesting that job for yourself, that life for yourself, the relationship for yourself? A lot of people are stuck in relationships, and not just with other people that are toxic, that they're unhappy in, that they're not speaking or communicating their needs, and they're not working towards making it better. Now, do all relationships have issues? Yes, they do. But we don't have to have that many if we're all literally, excuse me, I keep getting these messages. If we're all literally speaking our truth. What do I need? This is why I tell people all the time, like when I work with couples, he's this, she's that, they don't do this, he doesn't do that, he makes me mad about this. Wait a minute, that's how we start with self. Who are you? What do you want? What makes you happy? What would you like to work on? Once you have a starting point, you understand that the relationship is two people. And not everything is somebody else's fault, because a lot of us have what's called expectations. We think people should be XYZ. And when they don't live up to our expectations, it's like somebody stabs us, right? And then all of a sudden we create these issues that we think could never be solved, and we hold on to those instead of saying, what would I like my relationship to look like? Here's the cake again. What would you like your relationship to look like? Write it down, right? This is all self-work. You're not going to go to your husband and say, I want this, I want this. No, because a lot of us don't even know what we want. Many times we think that the other person should fix whatever's happening. And I mean, if somebody can crack our head open and find out what we're thinking, that would be great. But many of us don't even know what the heck we want. So we have to start there. What do I want for myself? How do I want to challenge myself? Where do I see myself right now? Forget the whole, where do I see myself 5 or 10 years? We're not there yet. Your today creates your tomorrow. So what are you going to do today to make sure that you're living a life where you're fulfilled, where you're happy? Because here's the deal. Our happiness is not anybody else's responsibility. It's ours. So if I don't know what makes me happy, how can I expect my husband to give that to me, right? That's a little unfair when we think about it that way. And we say, oh, well, they should already know. We've been together for so long, because I hear that a lot. It's like, we change. Like, I've been married 22 years. I've been about 50 different women since I've been married. So we all change, right? And if you guys are feeling that little tug to start making changes, if you're feeling that I want something different from my life, if you're feeling like I don't feel like happy within myself, then start working on yourself. If you need help, we can guide you. There's a whole bunch of things that I can suggest free. There is no cost, little exercises. What I want to share with you guys is something called a brain dump. So first, sit down and write down who you are, what you want, what you would like to work on. And right now we're going into what's called Venus retrograde. And that's going to happen for the next 6 weeks. It's already happening, actually. And what that does energetically, because we're all connected, and things that happen energetically affect all of us. And we can go in this knowing this is what's going to take place. How am I going to prepare myself? Or just be oblivious and not want to know, right? So I'm not talking to those people. I'm talking to those that are ready to make changes, that want this energy to work for them. And basically it's going to be based on relationships, relationship with yourself, and with others. What do those look like? If you're a mom, what does your relationship with your kids look like? With your husband, with your sisters, with your parents? Like, what does that relationship look like? And I know a lot of us say, I wish I was better at XYZ. I wish this was XYZ. So let's do it then. Now let's sit down and say, okay, today's the day. I want to work on my relationship with myself, which is what I always recommend first. What does that look like? So energetically, if you are stuck and you're kind of like, ugh, it's going to force you to make decisions that maybe you're not going to want to make because you are being resistant to changes. But for those of you that are ready, take this energy that's coming in to help you literally stand on your feet and say, no more. I want this now. Do what you need to do as far as your part to mend relationships with self and others, to really work towards what you do want. A lot of us get stuck on what I don't want. So when you think about what you don't want too much, you're actually putting energy into that and you create the same thing. You have to focus on what you do want to give it the energy to empower you to make that the reality. Does that make sense for you guys? Because I think a lot of us do things backwards because we don't know any better. And I don't want this and I don't want that. You know what? Forget that. I already wrote it down on a piece of paper. What do I want for myself? And all I do is focus on what I want, right? Every time it's time for me to level up, I start getting uncomfortable in my comfort zone. And I know all of you guys can relate to that. Like, I'm comfortable because it's familiar, but I just feel like I want something different. It's going to be scary. It's going to be challenging, but it's not impossible. So if you really figure out, you know what, this is where I'm done with this chapter. I want something better. Something's going to propel you to move forward and to, oh, I'm scared. Do it afraid. All of us who have leveled up to the next chapter in our lives have done it afraid, right? Too many times in my life, I did not because I was so afraid. And I think about it, what did that do to me? Nothing but cripple me. Then now there's things that I have to do that, yes, there's still fear. I won't lie to you, but I know, and I take back, before when I was afraid and I didn't do it, I kicked myself in the butt. So I don't want to do that anymore. And I tend to do things a little differently. So that's one thing I'm going to recommend for you guys, especially in the next 6 weeks. Start today. Don't wait. It's Sunday. Take some time for yourself to kind of sit, journal, ask questions of yourself. Ask yourself what you need. If happiness comes up, what the heck does that look like for me? Because it looks different for all of us. So I want to challenge you guys to do that. Hopefully before you go to bed tonight or as you're getting ready to go to bed, and kind of ask for divine direction. Like, what is it that I want? What have I been saying that I want to work on, or that I want to engage in some kind of hobby, whatever it might be the case. All of you guys have had that tug in your heart and you know what it is. So sit down and take some time to write that today. I'm going to jump on here tomorrow, hopefully in the morning. I'm going to try about 10 a.m. and I'm going to talk to you guys about an exercise that I use for my clients. It's called a brain dump. So a lot of us have these thoughts and processes that just spin around our head and they make us go crazy. And we have chatter. And because of so much distraction, we don't do anything with it. So we go to bed, we get dizzy, and then the next day it starts all over again. So there is something that we can do to calm the chatter in our head. A lot of the chatter does nothing but make us sick, literally makes us nauseous. So tomorrow about 10 a.m., I'm going to jump up here and I'll make an announcement for those of you that aren't listening today or that want to have somebody listen. 10 a.m. tomorrow, and we'll leave it on the feed, but we're going to do what's called a brain dump. And I'm going to walk you guys through this technique. It's super simple, but highly effective to help you get more organized, to get rid of the clutter in your life, and not just mental clutter, like literally physical clutter. We all have a lot of spiritual clutter where we're kind of confused. We don't have direction. So I'm going to show you guys how to organize all those things, put them on a piece of paper, and show you what to do with it. Because the minute you start doing those things, I promise you your whole life starts changing. So if you can, join me here tomorrow at 10 a.m. If you have any questions about what we talked about today, reach out, throw a message on here, and I will definitely be here to help you guys. So the goal is to be on here every day this week. My goal is to gift you for Christmas a bunch of little techniques that will help you change your life. So if you're already, and I tell people, if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, let's make those changes and let's work together to make sure that you are manifesting the life that you truly desire, not one that you're living by default. Okay? Love you guys so much. Thank you guys for joining. We will talk tomorrow at 10 a.m. Share. Let's get some people on here so we can have some dialogue, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night, everybody. Bye-bye.